Alright, so to get started, we're going to go over the documents, rules, and regulations of flying your helicopter. After we do this, I'm going to teach you guys the keybinds and how to take off from the ground as well as land on the ground with your helicopter. And then we're going to maybe go over a few things of what you can and can't do. So, for starters, there must be 2 or more marked units on patrol in order for you to pull out your helicopter. So, that being said, it can't be one guy on the ground and you. There has to be 2 guys on the ground, and then you will be the 3rd guy in the helicopter. Second, avoid recklessly flying your helicopter and avoid driving into red zones, or else it will result in you crashing or result in being shot at. Please drive with a reason and purpose, like if there is an emergency. So remember, if you're going to be driving recklessly and you're going to be killing others on the way there, it kind of makes it pointless in saving lives if you're going to kill people on the way there, and or kill yourself if you end up crashing a helicopter and be shot at by somebody that's in a red zone, similar to jungle. Third, avoid landing in small or tight spaces or on roads unless you are forced to. Roofs are more preferable to land on, and it will prevent less accidents. You will be trained for this, and if you struggle after being trained, you will be retrained. So, although it is an emergency and you're trying to be there as fast as you can, you also want to make sure that you're landing as safely as possible. So if it takes you, 30 seconds to land your helicopter, it's not a big deal. It's better to take 30 seconds to land it than to try and land it in 5 or 10 seconds and just crash the whole entire thing. Remember, number 4, remember to lock your helicopters once you exit them. There shouldn't be a civilian flying an Lspd helicopter. Failure to do so will result in a strike. So just remember, if you call it from your phone, it doesn't come automatically locked. So if you're calling from the phone, make sure that once you're in it, you hit the lock button right away, so that way when you jump out of the scene, you know that in the back of your mind, the helicopter's locked. When you do pull it out from a garage, it does come locked already. Number 5. Attitude matters. Please stay professional and respectful at all times on Air 1 pilot. We should not be getting any complaints that there are Air 1 pilots disrespecting civilians, any other fellow officers as well. It doesn't make you a higher up or anything more than somebody else because you have Air 1 pilot. You're to treat everybody with respect, and if any civilians have any questions, some might say to you, hey, can I get a ride in your helicopter? You don't need to be rude about saying no about it. You can just simply say, hey, I'm sorry, but it would be against the PD rules in order for us to take you up in the air. So maybe down the road the police will have like some little thing where they can do ride-alongs for civilians for fun or something, who knows. But anyways, on to 6, don't DV your vehicle in the midair and parachute down to a scene. That is so unrealistic. Number 7, once trained and you decide to get on Air 1 duty, please make sure to equip the assigned Air 1 outfit and wear it at all times. So as long as you're flying that helicopter, you should be wearing the outfit that is meant for that type of, we'll call it subdivision. You are only able to drive 2 helicopters while on Air 1 duty. If there aren't enough members to fit in 2 helicopters, then 3 can be allowed. But with our activity lately, chances are you're only going to be having 1 helicopter out. Most will be on the ground. Please remember that failure to follow any of these rules will result in a suspension, strike, or removal from the division. Seeing as how this division has implemented these new rules, they have changed throughout time to ensure a better system. So, could change from this video, we will keep you updated, but in the meantime, these are little codes that you can put in your outfit things in order to get them. Sometimes they update the clothes daily, so worst come to worst, you might have to change one of these going forward or back a number, maybe a few numbers, depending on how long it's been, but this is what your guy should look like, basically. Please make sure to read over these rules and follow them correctly. So, that being said, all of this document can be found in your Air 1 division, which is on your Discord. Now we're going to move along to how to fly it. Alright, so today we're going to teach you how to fly this helicopter. First things first is you press F to get into it. Once you're in the helicopter, press U to lock it because you don't want anybody taking this thing. Alrighty, so to get up into the air, you are going to press W. That's going to give it liftoff from the ground. Once you're up off the ground, there's a few things you can do. You can rudder to the right by pressing D. You can rudder to the left by pressing A. And you can go back down to the ground by pressing S. Those are going to be your controls for instill movement. When you want to go somewhere, let's say we want to go to that boat right there, you're going to want to click the left mouse button and slightly drag it forward and to the left to go like this, and then forward to keep it going. You fly out like this. When you're approaching your target, you're going to want to slow down a little bit, put a little bit of back draw on it while you're pressing S to drop it back down to the ground. You want to do a nice smooth landing. You want to make sure you're looking at your props and nothing's going to hit. You want to get a nice smooth landing. Once you landed, turn off your helicopter, get out, and that's how you land it. Now we're going to show you some stuff that you can't be doing. So you're going to unlock it, press F to get in, and we're going to go over the height that you should be flying, as well as places that you shouldn't be going and things like that. So when you land, you want to try and land on a rooftop or somewhere big. That is a very small landing pad, a very small spot. That's somebody that's experienced with flying that would be able to, land there without having any issues at all. So we'll be flying in like this. You want to stay above things like trees and power lines. So you're trying to use these as guides to stay how high you want to be, especially when you're chasing a car. So when you're this high, you'd be able to see the car the whole time. You don't want to go too high where it gets rid of the texture, but you want to stay enough where you can see what's going on. So, this is the level that you should be flying at when you're going. When you're going up a mountain, same idea. As you go up, the mountain goes up. So you want to try and stay, you know, maybe like 100 yards from the mountain and slowly climb up it. Once you get to the top of the mountain, let's say I wanted to land up here, I'm going to be scoping out the biggest, flattest spot that I can land in, because if it has an angle, there's a chance that the propellers could land into the ground or hit the rock wall beside it and end up flinging your helicopter everywhere. So you have to be very careful where you land and how you land. So like for instance, if we're going like this and try to tip it forward a bit, see it bounces around like that, so you gotta be careful while you do it. Same thing when you're coming alongside, so you don't want to do things like this. See how it grabs your blades? And then the only way is to try to kind of correct it. So you want to be close to rocks like that, and you don't want to be flying near trees. So you don't want to be trying to land in tight spots like this. Let's say like somebody's trapped down here, I don't want to be trying to climb in here and being like, trying to land in like a little section like this. Although I can, it's like it's not recommended basically. So spots like this, you don't want to be trying to land in. You see, your blades are grabbed, chances are it'll break your helicopter. The other thing